Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 141 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and we're going to play some more Ixalan Draft. I am thoroughly enjoying this format. I know a lot of people aren't, but boy, do I ever enjoy it. Coming down from a bit of a streak too. I went 14-4 on my 24-hour stream in Ixalan and Innistrad Draft. 4-0'd my Innistrad Sealed League this week, and 3-0'd my F&M Draft last night. So let's see if we can keep that going. We start out with the Captain Lannery Storm. She's pretty decent. Stormfleet Aerialist is in the consideration. And then we drop a little bit below with One with the Wind, Shaper. Skyblade's fine, but I think we'll just take Captain Lannery Storm here. 2/2 haste for 3. Whenever she attacks, you make a treasure. You can sack, or sorry, not, you can sack a treasure to give fire breathing. Whenever you sack a treasure, so you can sack it for mana, give her fire breathing, and also use that mana. She's pretty darn good. So I'm pretty happy taking her here. We could go blue-red aggro. We could go black-red aggro. She would even go into dinosaurs because while she's a pirate, she doesn't require pirate tribal synergy going on. And that's something else that I'm noticing a little bit. I don't think you have to be so desperately in a tribe as some people are making this format out to be. Last night I was blue-green, and yes, I had 6 or 7 merfolk, but I also had a bunch of dinosaurs and a bunch of humans, and I had a pair of air elementals. You can build decks that don't have massive tribal synergy, and I wouldn't be too upset about that. Wow, this pack. Drover, Raptors, Walk, Vanquish. All very first pickable, and the rare was taken. Yeesh. I think we'll take Walk the Plank. I think it's the best card here, flat out. Drover's pretty darn close. Vanquish the Weak is decently close. Raptors probably the weakest of those 4. Coming back around to us, we're not going to get that Vanquish the Weak back. Maybe we can get the Swashbuckling, which wouldn't be the worst thing. It also would not be the best thing. But yeah, we'll take Walk the Plank pretty happily here. Direfleet Captain, and I think our lane might be chosen if this keeps happening. Direfleet, especially since we already are black-red, just doesn't compare at all to what? Pounce? Mark? Queen's Commission? Yeah, easy Direfleet Captain, and I think Black-Red Pirates is where we want to be with these 3 cards to start with anyways. Follow that up with a Contract Killing. Don't mind if I do. There's also an unfriendly fire, but Contract Killing kills everything for the same amount of mana. Direfleet Cutthroat, way too early to take that. Nothing else to push me into another color, so let's take that Contract Killing. Follow that up with a Skullduggery. Totally fine with a Skullduggery. I do not care for Dowsing Dagger. I don't think it's very good. Heartless Pillage. I've played it. It's not the worst thing, and we arguably might be a deck that would play it, but I'm not taking it over a Skullduggery, that's for sure. Depths of Desire. No reason to jump into blue. We have our desired colors, and Depths does not. Ha! No pun intended there. We don't desire to have the Depths of Desire over the Captain Lannery Storm and Direfleet Captain. Although I do like blue-black pirates. There's a lot of decision points in a game with blue-black pirates. Looks like we've got a very slow Hazoret over here on their 3rd pick. Meanwhile, good old Birds here is at their 7th pick. Well, let's wait to get a pack, I suppose. And we get a pack. And what's it got? It's got Angrath's Marauders, which, yeah, if you cast them, boy, are they ever good. Boy, do they do some stuff when you cast them. But so frequently, by the time you can cast them, you've either A, won the game already, or B, you're dead and they're not going to bring you back in. So I think we just take the Brazen Buccaneers here. Desperate Castaways is fine. Obviously, we really want a Cutlass or 2 with these guys. It's a really late Glorifier of Dusk. But I don't think we've seen any other reason to believe that Vampires is open. So I don't think this is actually a sign. I think this pack maybe just had several good white or vampire type cards in here. So we'll just take the Brazen Buccaneers and feel fine about that. Get ourselves into red a bit more. Dark Nourishment, that feels a little bit late for that. I'm very happy to see that. Stormfleet Spy and Run Aground, a little bit late for those. A little bit late for that Slash as well, but we'll take Dark Nourishment. Boy, that's late. The Storm Tamer's late and the Boon is late. And I don't think we're going to play either. I think we just want to be the black-red. So we're looking at Goblin or Skuna. I haven't played the Schooner yet. I don't think it's good, and I don't think it's what I want to be doing. But if we get Desperate Castaways, it obviously helps out. Rummaging Goblin, I think, is probably just less what we want to be doing, so let's take the Schooner. But I don't know if we'll main deck it. Not much here. We'll take a Blight Keeper, but I don't think we'll play it. Certainly none of the other cards were we going to play. All of our creatures are pirates at the moment, all 3 of them. Sure, we'll take a Goblin now, but I think it'll get cut pretty heavily. That feels like a really late opt. I don't think we're going to pivot into blue. There's no reason for us to pivot into blue. So we can just take the Demolish for the sideboard, I guess. We're probably never going to sideboard it in, but we can take it. Like, I don't feel like blue is open, but we had those 2 cards that would suggest it's open. Let's take the Pirate's Prize. Let's take a Ryle. Last pick, Queen's Ancient. I also forgot to mention this is a sponsored draft. This is, after checking, Michael's sponsored draft. He'll be getting every single card that we draft here. Thanks to the support over on Patreon. Alright, pack 2, what do we want? What do we most want? Most want. Repeating Barrage would be pretty good. Settle the Wreckage is not what we want. This is just a bad pack for us. It's a good pack for somebody in green. Drover, a Commune, a Jade, Run Aground, Deadeye, Settle. We got a Fathom Fleet Firebrand and a Skittering Heartstopper. I mean, Fathom Fleet Firebrand's fine. It's totally solid. I'm going to pick it here for sure. But kind of wish I was a different color. Kind of wish I was green. I could have had 2 Drovers by now. But yeah, let's take Fathom Fleet. Let's start filling up our pirate creature-y type slots. What do we get after that? For us, we get a Direfleet Interloper or a Sure Strike. I think we'll take the Direfleet Interloper. Territorial Hammerskull is real good, but we've seen no reason to believe white is a thing we want to be doing. So I think we'll just take the Interloper, stick to our plan. Snapping Sail back in there. There's a Lookout's Dispersal. Some fun stuff in there. There's stuff that I enjoy playing with, but let's take the Direfleet. Boy, those took a while to load properly. We get a Fiery Cannonade, which should be pretty good in our pack, or in our deck. It currently hits nothing of ours minus the Rummaging Goblins, which we plan to cut. I'd probably play a Bondage Horned Crest. I'd play an Unfriendly Fire, but I think I just want this Fiery Cannonade instead. Legion's Landing, not for us. Ooh, Fire Cannon Blast. Don't mind if I do. Deadeye Tormentor as well. We're going to need to pick up creatures at some point. We have 6, but I'm not going to pass a Fire Cannon Blast. That would be silly. Silly, I tell you. Follow that up with Desperate Castaways. We have 1 artifact at the moment. Lannery Storm makes treasures. Contract Killing makes treasures. So we'll take it because I don't want a Wily Goblin at all. Frenzied Raptor's fine. Dies to our Cannonade. Stormfleet Pyromaster, I've always been underimpressed by it. Just 5 mana is so much for it. I'd play it if we picked one up later, but I think we'll just take the 2-drop here. 2-drops are good. 2-drops are good. Unfriendly Fire is fine. We're probably going to end up having to cut removal at some point. What we really need is creatures. Yeah, I'll take that over the Hijack. We're not a Raider's Wake deck, so let's take the Unfriendly Fire. Give me some creatures, please. Better creatures than that, please. I think we'll take the Queen's Agent. We already have one. No, we already have one. We're not going to play 2. We could take the Elaborate Fire Cannon. I don't think it's good. I've heard people argue for it, and I don't believe them. We're not Dinosaur Stampede deck, so let's take the Fire Cannon. Sunbird's Invocation. Marauding Looter. Could we splash for a Looter? Thrash is just a 3/3 in our deck. Direfleet Interloper is a card we flat out would play. Or do we just want to get a little bit wacky and try out Sunbirds? Let's try out Sunbirds. I don't think it's good, but let's be slightly less spiky than usual here. Skittering Heartstopper. Beautiful. Thanks for coming back. I mean, maybe we have to play a Gilded Sentinel just to turn on our castaways. It wouldn't be the worst. Oh, what am I saying? There's a Sure Strike in this pack. Taken Sure Strike. Let's take a Blight Keeper. I guess we'll take a Wily Goblin. Oh, sweet. Came back to us. Costly Plunder. And an island. Alright, so I mean, red feels vaguely-ish open. Like, I don't think we're getting cut. We might be getting cut on black, possibly. But I think we're feeling okay. We want some more creatures. We want to cut this goblin. Probably this schooner, especially if we can get a cutlass. And then probably one of these pieces of removal, like probably the Dark Nourishment. On Friendly Fire does more damage and hits the face. Oh, this hits the face too. I just don't get that 3-point life swing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Pack 3. Give me some fantastic creatures. Nope, you gave me a Primal Amulet. But you gave me a Freebooter, and I'll take a Freebooter over a Cutthroat or a Hijack or a Hunter's. Man, Primal Amulet is bad. Freebooter, in you go. Wouldn't mind a Mark now, actually. We get a Direfleet Hoarder. Raptor Hatchling. Do I want to stay on the pirate plan? Raptor Hatchling's probably just better, but boy, does Direfleet Hoarder get me that that treasure that I want for the castaways. No, you know what? I don't know that we're gonna see another Hatchling. I feel like there's a chance we could see another Hoarder, or this one might just come back around. So let's take the Raptor Hatchling. Oof, why can't we be blue? Ooh, Cutlass, there we go. Got there. Got there. Better than Interloper, we can still probably get one of those. Skymarch Blood Letter is nice, but we'll take this Cutlass. And that's 23. There's the Direfleet Hoarder that I wanted. Much better than a Stormfleet Arsonist, I think. Nothing else here for us, so we'll take that Direfleet Hoarder. And I think we'll just cut the schooner. Like, we have no reason for a boat. 13 creatures. It's a bit low. So I think we'll probably cut the Dark Nourishment. I mean, realistically, we should just cut the Sunbird's Invocation. And I think I will just cut the Sunbird's Invocation. I'm not willing to be that wacky. It's just so much mana for doing nothing. Also, why are my 5s over here? Go over there. Trove of Temptation, no. Headstrong Brute, yes. Yes. Headstrong Brute in. Rummaging Goblin, get the hell out. 11 1 and 2 drops. I like it. I likes it. So I wouldn't mind replacing that Wily Goblin as well. How do we have so many non-creature spells? I guess we'll take a Hijack. We got Skullduggery, which I'm not cutting. Walk the Plank, which I'm not cutting. Sure Strike, which I guess I could cut. Fire Cannonade, not cutting. Fire Cannon Blast, not cutting. Pirate's Cutlass, not cutting. On Friendly Fire, Dark Nourishment, Contract Killing. Preferably not cutting, but perhaps one. Yeah, let's take a Mythic. Let's Rare Draft. We're not playing this Hijack. We already have. Oh, we don't already have one. Tough. I want the Mythic. Rare Drafted. Ooh. Blah, blah, blah. We won't see another Raptor Hatchling, will we? And then we did. And then we did. So let's take out that Dark Nourishment. Oh, no, we don't have to. 23. There we go. Direfleet, Interloper, Nest Robber. We'll take the Interloper, I guess. Neither are terribly important. Let's Rare Draft. Not going to play Sunground Hunters. Not going to play a Blight Keeper. I've already got two. I guess Field of Ruin for the sideboard. It's probably the better choice. Makeshift Munitions, I guess. Direfleet Interloper number X, Stormfleet Arsonist that we're not going to play, Queen's Agent, and a Deep Root Wataz. Alright, I like this deck. I think this deck's fine. I think we should be able to super aggro some people. And then like wipe the board against vampires and do some gross things to people. That's the plan anyways. Take the island. And I think this is just the deck. We're not going to play the Blight Keepers. We're not going to play Queen's Agents. Not going to play a Costly Plunder. Direfleet Interloper. Maybe put in an Interloper for the Wily Goblin. I don't want a 1/1 for 2, especially the difficult to cast 2. So let's take that out. Put in an Interloper. Ever so slightly lowers our curve, but our curve still looks solid to me. Pretty even split too, I believe. 10, 11, 1. Double red, double black. So we'll do like one more swamp? One more swamp than island, or than mountain, I believe. Yep, 9-8. Perfect. So there's the deck, and I will see you guys for match 1, where hopefully we pirate some people out.